Tap into the best power.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth FM inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
What's going on with your family? How you doing and feeling from the weekend?
It's cold.
No, it ain't. It ain't cold.
It ain't cold? You gonna mind over matter? That's
No, it ain't cold.
All right.
It's freezing.
It's freezing. It's
Put
cold.
some respect on its name.
Put some respect on the
Yeah, it ain't cold. It's freezing. Yeah.
Old man winter.
What, it's like 8 degrees in a windshield minus. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
that ain't just cold. That's freezing. That's below freezing.
It is. When I looked up the windshield and it said -16.
That's all I'm saying.
I was like, oh wow,
freezing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah.
And so I always say this, like to the homeless people that may be out on the streets or somebody that's got to get on the bus or something like that. My heart goes out to you. And you shouldn't have to go through that,
right? But
you have to. But you know what I'm saying?
Well, there are people, street angels, and a lot of other people, man, that definitely try to do their part, man. But some people, for whatever reason that is, they are stubborn and they want to just try to stick it out. So they be trying to get them into warming centers and shelters, and they be like, no.
Absolutely.
And we know that 9 times out of 10 is probably going to lead to death. I mean, you can only be out in these elements like that
for so
long. You feel what I'm saying? Before, frostbite sets in. Now you got toes, fingers, that will die literally and have to be amputated. And I'm talking about with frostbite, they can literally fall off.
Yeah. And a lot of and some of those, like there was a lady getting on the off ramp on where you get off on Lisbon right there, and people used to hit
like,
why y'all can be like, well, we sent people out there to her
all the time.
We sent the police. We sent all of these different organizations out, and she just so you can't make somebody.
And that's the sad,
people don't
crazy
understand
part.
That you can't make somebody do anything.
That's right.
Unless you commit them.
That's right.
That's what they finally ended up doing. But then she just checked herself back out, and she's back there.
Well, they ended up. She finally ended up taking the help, and she ended up getting a place.
That's good.
So I would love to get the update on her, but we were able to find out her name. We were able to, find out, why she chose to be out there. And so a lot of that ended up eventually happening. But before, she wasn't giving nobody kind of assistance in giving her assistance.
There was nothing happening. She was not going for it.
Yeah, so that was crazy. That was crazy. We'll be all good in a moment. Great morning to our YouTube page, Sister Lorena Star Marie. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Venus Jones. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Reginald Jones. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Welcome to our 5,000 plus subscriber page. Hashtag that part. Hashtag facts. And of course, it's because of Truth Nation and those that support us. Remember, the Truth Talk text lines are open at 833-212-1017. We are blessed to have our producer, Rhea Riley, Black in the Saddle. Great morning, Rhea Riley. How are you doing and feeling this morning?
Good morning, guys. I'm all right.
Is it cold outside or is it freezing?
It was freezing.
There you go.
For me, at least. I was ice cold.
Yeah. And people, be careful, because if you're coming from some of these side streets, if you have to come out in an alley, it's a straight up ice rink. Like some of the streets are ice rinks and some of the alleys are ice rinks. And I think what people have to understand, Dane, with certain situations like that, like certain salt just don't work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. So people
it gets so cold, there's nothing you can do.
Right. So they should just put some salt out, but
that makes it worse.
Yeah, it's not gonna really do anything. Yeah. So just please be careful. Give yourself a lot of grace so you can make sure that you arrive alive.
Yeah.
You know, because some people still drive, even though the conditions and some of the streets are the way they are, they drive as if there's no ice and black ice.
Especially on the off street. You hit a patch of ice, you're going to be sliding.
Man.
You know, and so, you know, the main streets are pretty good. Those are good, actually. And like I was talking to y'all this morning, what happens is DPW has one snowfall, a big one. They clear it out pretty good. Then they have another one, but now they've exhausted their staff. They've used their staff
right.
for the last 24 hours, and another one's right on top of it. They just got to use the regular staff, so it appears as if, why are they doing it? Well, you know, they done already used up, you know, the overtime, a bunch of overtime just on that one day.
Absolutely.
And so they have to, you know, catch their breath. And in catching their breath, you get a situation like this where now that snow is compacted and it gets cold and boom.
Yeah. And
it's ice.
And one of the things that I've talked about and this year, and this is only with one real kind of like semi-major storm, them bump outs, man. Them bump outs are a problem. You can't see over them. The exact thing that I said, I'm like, how are they going to work those things out? Because if you got a narrow single lane anyway, and then those others are supposed to be parking spaces. I get when it's a snow emergency, you're not supposed to be able to park there. But even when it ain't, it's so compacted, and it's now just an iceberg. Those are not just snow.
When they started doing it, and they started doing it because they got the federal money from obviously the feds to do the streets, to help with the streets. So if you do this, do that, we'll give you some money. Bam.
Right.
So, okay, we're going to do it so we can get the streets done. I don't think it's conducive to a winter climate like we have 6 months out the year.
Right.
Because now you got these bike lanes, right? And so they send the little shoveler, the little plow down the bike lanes and stuff. But still, where the car, like you just said, where the car's gonna go? These bump outs, they hitting them. You're training a whole staff of snowplowers who've done it for one way for 20 years to be on the lookout for roundabouts in the middle of the street, little bitty ones, little bitty things on the corner. You got to lift up. You've made their job so much difficult. You got to lift up the plow to go around the corner because you just can't turn that corner with that bump out right there. You're going to hit it, and you're going to tear something up.
And that's just like the speed humps in themselves. You get what I'm saying? You got to raise that thing up.
You got to raise it up. You got to know where they at.
And it was crazy because I found this out when I was, I believe I was in Atlanta. And, you know, if they do have a snow situation, like the reflectors, I didn't know that the rescinded reflectors and the above ground reflectors had a purpose. You know, I thought they were like, okay, you could see, you know, because it's going to reflect. But no, they use it because, you know, I'm taking a tour, learning stuff and whatnot. And they said when it does, if they do get snow, they're rescinded so the plows know to lift the plow up. Because other than that, it's going to shave it right off. Yeah. It's going to shave it right off to go over those things. So, I was like, wow.
They use sand.
Right.
Last time I was there, when it went through a snowstorm, they had sand. Mm-hmm. That ain't doing nothing.
Man. And also, people, please bundle up. The flu season is rampant. It's in full effect.
Yeah, it is.
It's in full effect. There are so many people that I know, and that are. I'm talking about it's taking people out. Like they down for the count.
Yeah,
you know, from not being able to hold anything down to say it. You know, politically correct. They can't hold anything
and then
down.
Coming off the pandemic, and so then
COVID is still alive.
COVID is still alive, and then everybody think when they got the flu. Feel like COVID.
Right.
They're just calling it something different.
Right.
And then, conspiracies. But it don't matter. If you sick, you sick. Mm-hmm. That's the bottom line. You done got sick. So let's, take care of yourself. And so you can get it, you can go through that process faster. I wish my man Michael Parsons was just sick.
Man.
I wish he was just sick. I wish he just had
it's going to be the worst
diagnosis. Man, I was watching the game.
Yeah, me too.
And when my brother nobody was around him, and he hit the ground. I said, "Damn." Because that's always
As we
bad.
are. We I think everybody
I
gassed.
said, damn.
Yep, I think
And so
everybody gassed.
maybe it will. They think it's the ACL. It looked like that's the initial diagnosis, even on the field, because you can tell because that knee get loosey goosey when that ACL pop or something like that, and they do it.
Because it happened to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and so Giannis, tore his little calf muscle or something, tore his calf muscle. They thought it could have been an Achilles. When that type of injury happens when nobody's around you, those are always the worst ones.
Absolutely.
The no contact ones. So prayers up for Michael Parsons. Prayers up for the Packers in general, because it's a wrap for them.
And prayers up for the Bucks.
It's a wrap. Our sports teams are feeling it right now.
So
if the Packers lose their best offensive player, they lost the white boy tight end.
Right.
A couple weeks ago, a month or so ago. They ain't really recovered.
Watson and
then they lose Watson yesterday with a chest injury, and then you lose your best defensive player. But you have to also remember they lost one of their second best, the dude White or whatever his name was, the nose tackle. Mm-hmm. It's rough.
Yep. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Again, you're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. When we come back, there's been a lot of shootings going on, and I want to give some of the updates to the Brown University shooting, which they said initially had ties to Wisconsin, but then people got released. But we'll come back and talk about that and more. Remember, the True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers take on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits at the Fiserv Forum.
Jump pass to the corner right. Elam, 10 on the shot clock. Back out for Zaya. Logo 3 for Zay. It's pure. It's pure. It's a 7-point lead. 65-58. I didn't think he was going to shoot that thing. I'm glad he did.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 3:30 on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 4 p.m.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, 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 so many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply. 12/31/2025. This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to a brand new week. Brand new week. We've made it. But please bundle up if you are headed out and about because it is freezing outside.
Freezing.
Not just cold. It is freezing. And we know we got to get out there and do what we got to do. And also make sure that our children are right, too. You know, you don't just make sure you're right. Make sure our children are right as they have to go out there and bear the elements as well. You know, sometimes they're often forgot about. You know, like we worried about making sure we good. Like, no, are they good? You know, because they're going to get colder quicker than we are. You know, we got more body mass.
Yeah, little guy came out the house the other day. I was picking him up to do the mentoring stuff, and all he had on was a sweatshirt.
Yeah, see.
I said, "Where your coat?"
That's right.
I forgot it at school. It was okay, boy. It was warm when it was daytime when I picked him up. I was like, well, all right, well, by the time we get back, watch how his temperature drop on you.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, by the time we left the office where, you know, the little community center and we was leaving, walking to the car, he was like, hurry up. I was like, I told you what was going to happen.
Right,
You know?
Absolutely.
Everybody think they tough till they get smacked in the mouth.
Yeah, that
old
part.
man, when it's smack in the mouth.
Man, you know, condolences and prayers to those who have family and loved ones at Brown University. These mass shootings is just, man, they've been out of control. And with this particular situation, initially, there was a Wisconsin man, and he was believed to be a person of interest in the Brown University shooting, but he's been released from custody since. And I look at it like this, Dame. Like, if they release you, trust me and believe me that they done went through your life and everything about you with a fine-tooth comb, the finest fine-tooth comb,
your alibi
for them to let you out. Right.
Is a brick wall. It ain't no getting through your alibi.
Right.
So wherever he was.
Right.
He was there.
Yeah, thank God for cameras and all of that kind of stuff and tracking. Like, you know, people don't like to be tracked, but, you know, his phone or whatever may have ended up saying that, yeah, he wasn't here or he wasn't there. So
now I got to deal with the fact that his name was released as a person of interest in this. So unless he scrubs the internet of it, it's always going to come up.
Right. And, you know, one of the things that always bothers me about certain media in general is because I'm the extreme opposite. When they drag you through,
get a bright
they drag
future.
You through.
Yeah.
But when it's time for a retraction, it's like a little blurb. Like, you know, even if it's like in printed media, you know, you were all on the front page.
Yep.
But now the retraction is a small part by classified ad somewhere, and it says the story that we were reporting earlier. That person was not that right.
I had a class on media, and it talked about how, you know, how media presents black people, and it was like, you know, if you ever look at ads and stuff, the black person is in the left corner because the eye travels when you know, it's different ways that the eye travels when you're looking at stuff. And then if you look at the stuff above the fold and the stuff below the fold as actual fact, you look at how some things are placed in 3 pages or 4 pages deep. And then if it's like in the middle of the page and just a single article or something, you know, it's different ways that they hide stuff.
Right.
When they doing them retractions, they gonna hide them.
Right.
They gonna be on the back page next to next to the Colders ad or whatever, and you're not even gonna pay attention to it.
Absolutely.
But we did a retraction, you know.
Right. Because even when they do live news, a lot of times they'll be like, oh, and the photo that we showed earlier was of the wrong person. Now, have you heard about the Strawberry Festival that's coming up? Be like, excuse me. Y'all need to take time and analyze and break this down and say, so, you know, how apologetic we are to putting this person out there, man, because some people never recover. And like you say, Dame, it's if you don't scrub the internet, a lot of people don't even know how.
They don't know how
to get it scrubbed from the internet. It's going to always pop up.
It's going to pop up. And you going to apply for a job, and like, he was a person of interest in a mass shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, he's nuts anyway, so you ain't giving him no job. So now his life is this person that you thought was a person of interest because of his life and the things that he went through. Now it's made double because of this. That's why they shouldn't put, unless you are charged with something or found guilty even of something, they shouldn't put your name out there. It should all remain sealed. I know in some countries I think they do that, though. I have to look it up. But it should all remain sealed because you are tainting this person's, with the internet the way it is now, like we just talked about and things happen, you are tainting this person's life. And like Dr. Ken, I was listening to Dr. Ken one day. Again, we all listen to each other. We check each other out, right? And he was talking about how in politics and in certain things in Milwaukee, they will, if they can't get you for doing something wrong, for real, then they'll just accuse you of something. And like you just said, drag you through the media.
Yep.
And then at the end of it, you didn't really, you're cleared of all of this stuff, right? But now you've been dragged.
Right. And they don't use that same,
the shine is off. If you're a politician and you are the next one up for like a black politician, I always say this, if you're a black politician, you're the next one up, right? They'll try to get the shine off of you. And what I mean by that is they're going to throw some mud at you. They're going to find something on you, even if it's not anything that can be, you could be convicted of a crime or anything like that. They're going to find something on you.
Right.
And when I say they, I mean the powers that be, because we understand what that is. And I'm not just talking about white folks. I'm just saying the powers that be. They're going to find something. And now he's not as great as y'all thought he was.
Right.
He's not as dope as y'all. He's not that guy no more. You know
how to bring you down.
And not, I'm just saying, we're talking about a mass shooting and his name being out there, but just think, I Googled this dude, I looked up a whole bunch of stuff about the military. I did all of this stuff overnight, then we wake up and they let him go. What about the rest of the world? The rest of the world has done this too. And he can never get that back, if it turns out that he wasn't involved in it at all.
Right.
You can never get that back.
Absolutely not. And that's the crazy reality of it all. But I think that, and I understand your point of not putting people out there, but like when they're searching for someone, I think that it's relative that they do put it out there. But I just need them to use the same energy that they blasted and plastered the person's information out there. They need to use that same energy in continuing to say he is no longer a suspect. That needs to continue to be said, not just go on to, and so now they're looking for the actual person. No, go black and give that brother or that sister some time like you gave when you thought it was that person. And that tends to not happen often at all, brother. That tends to not happen. I am a stickler. I tell people, that's why I tell people, I don't mind not being first with something. I don't mind. Because I just want to be right. I want to be able to not have to go make a retraction. Because if I spent a whole segment or a whole first hour talking down on this person and then come to find out that none of the things or the information that we had received was factual, I want to give that same time in saying, I apologize, we're sorry. And to his family, to her family, to the friends, to whatever, I'm sorry. I like to give that same energy because I think it's owed to them because you destroyed them. Some people ain't gonna forget. And let's not forget, screenshot, screen records.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna never die.
It's never gonna die. Like in the Netherlands, while not strictly prohibited by law, most mainstream Dutch media outlets have an ethical practice of not publishing the full names of people charged with or convicted of serious crimes, often using only an initial. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that's done. France does it. Sweden, Poland, Finland, they all have separate. Germany doesn't release suspects' names unless it's like you just said, unless they're searching for them. There's a manhunt for this person,
right?
And we need to find this dude. He may harm somebody else. Be on the lookout for this guy. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not that case, if you got the dude in custody, why I need to know his name? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you got him in custody and you haven't, and that would be the case for a lot of like even white collar crimes, a lot of small theft crimes. If you done this, okay, and you're gonna serve your time, but it's like you serve your time, but then you keep having to serve your time, because once you get out, now it's, this person, did you go apply for a job even though they're not supposed to use it? This person got an F on his record. This person got this person got that, and it's being held against you in most cases. And so I'm just saying, as the media, and I guess we would be the media
absolutely
as well, we all have to,
we have a responsibility.
We have to think about, okay, this information we're about to say and the way we're about to go at this person, make sure our ducks are in a row. Because if we throw around just slanderous stuff, people repeat it. Right. And this is America where people are repeating stuff on social media as if it's fact, and it's not fact.
Right, absolutely. And we just have to be mindful of that. And at least knowing here, Truth in the Morning, if anything that comes off and we find out that it was not the right information, we're absolutely going to apologize. Shout out to our YouTube family, because they're bearing with us as we make sure that we get these cameras together. So y'all still there. Y'all still commenting. We love you. We appreciate you. We got to take care of some bills. You are listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth FM.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on Collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Southbound on 43, we are looking pretty good. Nice and quiet around the area, even though we do have some disabled vehicles along the way, but they are out of traffic. Westbound 94 is looking a little tight from 35th Street to about Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound is backing up from 84th Street to about Hawley Road. And southbound 41, we've got backups from Appleton Avenue down past Hampton. The northbound side slow between North Avenue and Burleigh. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly cloudy, breezy, morning wind chills of 0 to 10 below with a high of 22. But tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 14. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Bitter, freezing cold Monday morning.
Mad woman cold.
The views and opinions expressed by
you can't get me.
MC Dame Ellzey.
Because you was talking about
does not necessarily reflect that of the Good Karma brand.
Because
Friday, the Truth in the Morning show.
Friday, brother, homie Blow was talking about women with.
I'm just saying that, and I took ownership of mine.
You did. What was you talking about?
So did you take ownership? I'm not gonna repeat it. I may be freezing cold, but I'm not that. I'm not that. What we not gonna do? See, that's what we not gonna do. We not gonna.
You're not gonna repeat.
Oh hell no! To the no.
Once it was done, it was done. You
That's
that
it.
moment.
That's it.
And,
like Dr. Ken got to go listen to the replay.
Listen. So I ain't gonna repeat it then, y'all. I'm gonna let Homer live.
Yeah, but say what you said.
I said it's mad woman cold. You know, your woman be mad at you.
It's cold.
It's that cold. Yes. It's that cold.
It was cold as ice, as the late Rick James would say.
Hey, listen.
Wasn't very, very, very nice. I know.
Y'all just stay warm out here.
Yeah, please do. And make sure our children. And check on our seasoned citizens. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them are too proud and too stubborn to let you know that the heat ain't working at their house or, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And you end up going over there at a different time or getting a call that somebody said, hey, we need a wellness check, and find out
they don't want to be a burden.
Yeah. Man.
And so they feel like they're being a burden.
Right. So we got to do our part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Make them not feel like they're being a burden.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And even if it's not your immediate family, if you know some seasoned citizens, like there are people that, we grew up around, like, hey, how is such and such doing? How, even when it comes to shoveling snow, if you got a snowblower or your black's still good, you know what I'm saying? Go over there and just take care of the snow. And I get it. Maybe it costs them a little too much gas. But some people that have snowblowers, I mean, at least the main sidewalk, if your neighbor hasn't came out, at least just do the sidewalk. Yeah. I get if you don't go and do they stairs. But now when I'm talking about helping seasoned citizens, I'm talking about doing the full Monty. Like, do they stairs and the porch and all of that kind of stuff. And put some salt down. Right. But, I mean, just the sidewalk, all it's taking you is walking a little bit further and then turning around. Like, I think those things should be
absolutely
definitely done for our seasoned citizens.
There's some organizations that have that, like, as a part of their organization build out where they go out and help senior citizens.
Shout out to Mira Cares, Marrell Kane. Of course, shout out to Comforts MKE, which I'm a part of, Vaughn Mays, and definitely get together and do things like that. Go out and try to shovel people out or, assist in whatever ways they can. Right. And then do some wellness checks. We are talking about, and I believe that we have this video because we want to give our take on this 10-year-old because that situation, came up a lot as well. And let's talk about how it relates to these guns and end up polling about, like, should there be a ban on guns? Should people... I know we're supposed to have a right to bear arms, but with all of these situations, the accidental ones, and some that are being, just out there really being criminals and shooters and murderers, like, how do you feel about that? But let's listen to this clip. We've got our producer, Rhea Riley, who's going to get that going, and I believe that you'll be able to see the clip. Yeah, you'll be able to see the clip on our YouTube page. So YouTube, Facebook Live, great morning. Love you, appreciate you, and X, all at 101.7 The Truth. We're going to play this clip, and then we're going to talk about it.
Governor Gavin Newsom confirming that Hollywood icon, director Rob Reiner, and his wife, by the tragic loss of Rob Reiner.
we're going to get to the correct clip in a minute. But condolences to the Reiner family as well. Rob Reiner and his wife were found what they're saying may be a murder, double homicide that took place. So condolences to the Reiners. And even if you think that they don't matter, they do, because we grew up on a lot of things that he did and he was in. So I think we have the clip now. So producer Rhea Riley, if we can get that clip, and we'll discuss.
He had a bright future ahead of him. That is what loved ones say about a Milwaukee 10-year-old boy who was killed earlier this week. The medical examiner says he accidentally shot himself. All right, Durante Matthews is live in the newsroom tonight with a tribute that family members held for him today.
Yes, Sam, loved ones gathered in the cold and held a vigil to remember Zyshawn Oden. Those closest to the family say he was so young, yet destined to accomplish so much. In the wake of his death, they're also bringing awareness to gun safety.
Let a memory of him bring light into a dark situation.
It's prayers up, then balloons to follow.
We were here to comfort each other.
Saturday, loved ones gathered to comfort and console while remembering 10-year-old Zyshawn Oden.
A young child with a very bright future, smart, outgoing, talkative.
Family and friends say at such a young age, the 10-year-old had a lot of personality.
He was a charismatic little boy, that he was destined to be famous.
But what they saw as his bright future was cut short. Milwaukee police say Oden was shot just before 8:30 last Tuesday night near Phillips and Clark. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner says he presumably accidentally shot himself with his friend's gun. He later died at the hospital. Police say a 36-year-old man and a 46-year-old woman were arrested. While charges have been referred to the DA's office, family and friends shared this message for gun owners.
Lock up all firearms. There are several places that offer free locks.
Through the pain, his mom is still planning a celebration of life for her son, but still.
We just ask that people continue being here for the family. This is a very tough and trying time for them.
And we have reached out to police for an update on this case. We're still waiting to hear back.
When you hear about these things and the information that continues to come out with that situation, like his brother's friend is the one who ended up having a gun, that the 10-year-old was able to.
How old was the brother's friend?
16. They were both like 16.
It was terrible.
And, unfortunately, we're hearing a lot of tragic situations like this, and condolences to the family, first and foremost. I mean, again, losing a child. And this is above and beyond who people are saying responsible for or not responsible for. The condolences are definitely needed and should be given. So condolences to the family and the immediate friends of the 10-year-old.
That's just
who ended up. Yeah.
You lose a 10-year-old in your family. That, like I said, we've had this discussion before. It affects everyone in the community. Everyone in that family is affected. My condolences go to that family. I know we've been talking about it for a couple of days now, but I don't think I've said it. So my condolences to that family. But I think what we have to talk about is, the proliferation of guns and in our neighborhoods, in our society as a whole. America is the only place in the world where you don't have to have a permit or a license to buy a gun. You can just buy one without a permit or a license.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if they enacted that part of it, where first before you can even go buy a gun, you have to go get a permit and a license. You know what I'm saying? Or something. To even now you've got this, now you can go buy a gun. Even if we did that, I think that would kind of, because a lot of times people go buy these guns and they buy a lot and they end up they don't keep them. They end up in the streets. That's how gun dealers and gun sellers work. You know what I'm saying?
Straw sales and
That's
everything.
how it works.
You know?
And so if you had to get a permit beforehand, maybe that would help. I don't know.
But you got an orange man that don't believe that none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have to go through none of that.
No, that's the NRA right there. You know, that's the gun lobby, and what they don't see because they don't care is that those guns and stuff until it happens to them, till the Charlie Kirks of the world gets shot, or you have the United Healthcare guy get shot. Even then, the gun lobby will be like, oh, that's unfortunate.
Right.
They'll come to us, oh, that's unfortunate that happened.
Yeah.
Then it's mental health. We need to be mental health.
Right.
Until it's them.
And I think, like, when we come back from our break, I think that we may have a great caller on the line to talk about one of the other topics. And we're going to get back to this because there's been other shootings that have happened, one just last night or early this morning. But if this is the call that I think that it is, just calling in to talk about this, we can also, talk about the vehicles. I'll just say that.
Okay.
We got to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with
MC Dame Ellzey.
And you too. We're working on you, but we'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretend conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. To learn more about how you can take your first steps in buying your forever home, visit associatedbank.com/lending. That's associatedbank.com/lending. Or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
It starts with a spark. At Milwaukee College Prep, they nurture that spark from age 3 through 8th grade, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of their students face economic hardship, but that does not define them. At MCP, they see students' potential, and they help them live up to that potential. 4 campuses, 1 mission, college and beyond. MCP is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome back to Truth in the Morning. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
We're talking about the gun violence that is going on. We're talking about the accidental shootings that are going on. And again, it also goes into those who are committing violent crimes. We're going to go to the Truth Talk text line at 833-212-1017. Terry, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the topic talking about the tragedies that are happening and the gun violence that's going on. What is your truth?
Hey, good morning, Homer.
Great morning.
Good morning to your co-host,
Dame.
Good morning.
Hey, Homer, I love you right back, man. Homer, thank you for all you do. You do a lot in the community, and I just want to thank you for it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Homer, you know, do you ever go to schools, and do you ever get all of the young people in the auditorium and speak to them?
Yes.
About gun violence and other things.
Yes.
You know, I would like to say.
Hold on, Terry. Yeah, I am. I'm blessed that I do go to a lot of schools and I talk to a lot of elementary students. I have talked to some high school students, but not as often as I would like. But yeah, but go ahead.
Because I mean, you have a powerful presence in our community, and we need to get to the older people too.
I agree.
The people that's really out here, having access to guns. I would also like to say condolences to everybody in the city that have lost a loved one. I can't even imagine what it feels like, but I know it's tearing families apart, and it keeps getting worse and worse. And, it just saddens me, when I turn the news on, it's a shooting every day, and, kids are getting killed, and, man, it just breaks my heart. We have to do something because it's getting worse, and I cannot understand with all of the technology and resources that we have, that we cannot stop what's going on in the city, And I had said before, and I know this is what I'm about to say is a touchy subject, but is racial profiling worth saving people's lives? That's a touchy subject. But man, we gotta get the guns off the streets, man. We know they're out there. If we can go fight a war, and we can't even solve this war that we're having within our community. So,
all right.
Thank you for listening to me.
Yep, thank you, Terry. I don't think racial profiling is good in any aspect, but I understand where you're trying to say, like getting the hard. The punch in the mouth type messaging, I understand that, but racial profiling is never a good thing, in my opinion.
No,
in my opinion.
I think the issue we're faced with now is that these guns are out here. How do you, even if you wanted to enact a European style of gun ban, or say, if you, I don't know how you would do it. If you don't have a permit or a license, you can't have guns. So now if you have a gun, you have to go get a permit or a license. And then, maybe it would help. But if you're already a felon, you can't have a gun. And that's how that works, right? If you have all this other stuff, sometimes you can't have guns.
And they got them anyway.
So I just think what you do is if you raise the penalties for people that shouldn't have guns, having guns, and
that part,
and you just you gotta do it, and whether they black, brown, white, Asian, or whatever,
Absolutely.
I was trying to say my Fife Dog line, but it doesn't matter. Black, yellow, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, well, it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
If they got a gun and they shouldn't have a gun, they do that. They getting hit. They getting banked, because until we start doing something drastic and stop letting the gun lobby and NRAs and everybody else, because they play both sides of the aisle. They'll give $100,000 to this candidate, $100,000 to that candidate, and they're playing both sides, right? So they're securing their position no matter who gets elected. I think until we stop giving so much power to gun lobbies or lobbies in general, for whatever the reason is, we're going to still have these problems because they don't care that we're dying.
Yeah. I think that one of the things that also has to be talked about is there is a 5-year penalty enhancer if you do commit a crime and you're not supposed to have a gun. I don't know if that's always enacted because these people, even if they didn't get them on some of the other charges that they may have had, I'm thinking that they got to at least go sit down for a nickel. Yeah. They got to go sit down for them 5 years, but it doesn't seem like that they end up having to even go sit down. So I think that I know that there's already something in place where there's because all of these different criminal complaints I read, they had a 5-year penalty enhancer.
A lot of them are given as bargaining chips where they'll take that off.
Right.
We'll take off the 5-year enhancer for this one. And that one. No, so it should be mandatory.
That's it.
You got a gun and you're not supposed to have one.
Because that's what I thought it was going to be, Dame. We've got Al on the True Talk text lines. 833-212-1017. Al, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Hopefully you're staying warm. You here to talk about the guns and the shootings. What's your truth?
Well, the truth is you got to change the culture of what's going on in the community before anything. And the only racial profiling, they should be racial profiling these white folks. So I don't understand why anybody want to racial profile black people. That just behooves me. Now, the only way the NRA going to step in, see, they don't care about our black people buying these little toy guns. They don't care about that. But you talk about some heavy artillery like a 28-gauge shotgun, an AR-15, an AK-47, an RPG missile, and y'all come together like the Deacon of Defense. They'll come together like they put bleach in them tidy whities that they kept staining at that half-good dinner that they made at Ooga Banuga. So that's the only way they're going to change gun laws. But we got to change the culture in our community. But I do not agree with racial profiling against your own black people. Why would you even say something like that? Would you want them to racial profile you? I want y'all to have yourself a good Monday and make sure you drink that coffee and put a little scotch in it, okay? Goodbye.
All right.
The Ooga Booga, the coffee with the scotch.
Hey, Rhea, do we have a clip for this latest shooting that just took place at a place that, normally like a Cheers type atmosphere, but took place. So, producer Rhea Riley, do we have that clip? All right, so on our YouTube page, I know we working on getting us on there, but Dame, listen, they staying with us still on the YouTube page, and I appreciate that. So we're gonna play this clip about this latest shooting and homicide, 1 dead, 1 injured in Milwaukee shooting near Fond du Lac and Villard Avenue. Here's the clip.
Milwaukee police are searching for the suspect in a shooting that left 1 person dead and another in the hospital. This happened near Fond du Lac and Villard just after midnight. According to investigators, a 33-year-old victim is expected to survive, while a 48-year-old was taken to the hospital where they later died. Police are still trying to figure out what led up to the gunfire. Anyone with information is being asked to call MPD this morning.
And for those that watch the clip, that was D's Elegance on Villard and Fond du Lac. And I know that they definitely, we have a situation where Pat, a while ago, ended up losing his life on a New Year's Eve of all situations. But how do we prevent that? They do have security, and they do search people, they do pat people down. And I don't believe, but I'll have to wait till I get more information that it actually happened inside.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and we've talked about this before, how do you patrol the outside part of it? And that
It's difficult to do.
Yep. So we got to get ready to take care of some bills. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about it. But we got some other situations that are going on that's also damaging our community and disrupting people's whole life. Fires and fire prevention. So we got to take care of some bills, and we'll be back.
The revolution starts in our mind, right? You know when Gil Scott-Heron said the revolution won't be televised? Like he didn't mean that you won't be able to watch it on TV. He means the revolution starts in your mind. You nincompoop. Y'all been running around saying that for 60 years. The revolution won't be televised and didn't even know what the hell it meant. It starts with us.
Let him cook. Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Where strong voices meet strong opinions.
The district had as a whole was 59.5. That was awful. It was bad. But it is not just the MPS story. It is a story for the city of Milwaukee when you talk about some of these schools. So when we talk about the state of education, we just can't always talk about MPS. We got to talk about Milwaukee as a whole and why there are so many failing schools in Milwaukee. But we bash MPS, understand it is beyond MPS. MPS just has to educate your kids. But I love the fact that we have a new superintendent that is acknowledging that these scores are not good enough. I love the level of accountability. Casellia said in response to the results, she said, we need to grow more and faster to truly meet and exceed the expectations that our families and community have for us and the expectations we have for each other as educators. Our new literacy plan is the first step towards a stronger growth. And I love it.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from 12 to 1, streaming live on YouTube and on 1017 The Truth.
Most elves have pointy shoes. I have 4 paws.
Ho, ho, ho. Pallet, how's my favorite helper making the season shine?
Oh, just sprinkling a little color wherever I go. You see, Santa, my person's a veteran, and some days the memories are heavy. When her skies turn gray, I help fill her heart with shades of hope, the purple of laughter, the blue of courage, and the happy hue of joy.
Sounds like you're painting the world brighter.
That's right, Santa. I'm more than her service dog. I'm her living paintbrush. With every swoosh of my tail, I add a stroke of cheer to her canvas. With every longing gaze, I brush love on the picture we're creating together. A masterpiece, wrapped in warmth and tied with a bow.
Now that's a gift you can't put under a tree.
This season, help paint the picture. Learn more at dogsinc.org.
Oh, oh, oh.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Check it out one time.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth FM, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We've been talking about the gun violence that has been going on, some where it's been tragic, where a 10-year-old got hold of a gun that was allegedly one of his relatives' friends had. And so he ended up getting hold of it and ended up shooting himself in the face, obviously taking his life.
You know how many times that happens, though, in the black community? In our
Too much, bro.
Where somebody, a young kid gets a hold of a gun.
Too much.
And something bad ends up happening. Now, if it happened in their community, they would do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
They would have gun control laws. They would want to have it more, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it just happens to us.
Yep.
And so that's why we try to press, okay, if they're not going to help us get these guns off the streets, at least y'all need to know how to put them up and put them away from the kids and put them in a lot. But you got a 16-year-old that's going to see another 16-year-old. He just puts the gun, takes the gun out, puts it on the table. Something happened.
And some of the boyfriends or girlfriends that come over that end up having a gun and knowing that they're not oftentimes even supposed to have a gun. And the gun locks, in my opinion, Dame, the gun locks are given out at so many different events. Mm-hmm. And people just ain't using them, bro.
Yeah, you're talking about a 16-year-old that shouldn't even have a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't even have a gun. But if you got one, at least have the responsibility of it. But we're talking about a 16-year-old he probably don't even got a driver's license.
Man.
But he got a gun.
Let's look at the 14-year-old that we were able to talk about last week on Truth in the Morning, where he intentionally shot and killed the 15-year-old to rob him for his gun.
To get another gun.
Yeah. And then we talk about the 13-year-old that was on Silver Spring. Mm-hmm. And these are people that were hanging with each other and then, hey, let's rob him for a gun.
Yeah. That just shows the proliferation of guns as we talk about it is so heavy that somebody there's so many guns out here, right? Usually it's like a trickle-down effect, right? There's so many guns that enter into the hands of an adult that they don't miss the 13-year-old having this gun. This 13-year-old goes and buys this gun or has somebody else go buy this gun for them or the 15-year-old or the 16-year-old or whatever the case may be, right? We have to realize that, okay, the guns are in our streets. They there.
Right.
So unless it's a gun buyback, unless it's something, how do we get them out the streets? It's going to be difficult to do that. Can we stop more guns from getting into the streets? Yes, we can do that via the laws, via gun bans and things like that. But how do we deal with the ones that are there? We got to educate. And, I've had this conversation with people, and I was one to say, oh, forget education. We shouldn't just have them. I thought about it. Mm-hmm. They there. So in situations like this where a young person loses their life, if that 16-year-old had been taught, hey, if you ever have a gun, I don't know if you do, if you ever have one, take this gun lock him up, put it up somewhere high, away from kids. Do we need to start?
I talked about that last week, Dan.
Do we need to start a program? Do we need to start a ad campaign for, if you got a gun, please put it up high. Please put it someplace where a young person can't get to it. Please put it, and this is a 10-year-old, so ain't nowhere high enough you could have been put.
Yeah. I think
store your gun away someplace. If you're going into a house where there's kids, leave your gun outside. If you're doing something, there's ways to get around because this 10-year-old didn't have to lose his life.
Absolutely not. I think that. Again, that part, man, the mutation part that I talk about, bruh. The people that are doing that, they don't give a damn about doing that. They're always doing social media clips showing all of the different guns. I'm gonna try to pull up. There's one criminal complaint, man, and just kind of show you this young brother that is in a homicide case now, right? But just the sheer types of guns that he had and the amounts of guns that he had. Extended clips, switches, none of them had no gun locks. And they weren't interested in doing no damn gun locks, in my opinion. So that is where I think the problem lies. Those that don't care, those who we're saying they should have to sit down in 5 years, and that shouldn't be a charge that they get to throw off the table. Because the way that it was presented on billboards and all of that you was going to have to do a mandatory 5 years, regardless of the other charges. 5 years, you're going to have to sit down. But I agree with you. I've seen the same thing that you've seen where they'll take that off the table to try to get them for this, or this. No, I think that it's the same way I say with some of the reckless driving and people die and get mangled up and all of that kind of stuff. No, you got to go sit down for a little while. I ain't saying you got to have life without parole, but you need to go sit down because this is not your first ride on the rodeo. You've done this. You're habitual. when you become habitual, I mean, you're endangering more and more people, in my opinion.
Yeah, you are. You are. And we disagree on the mutation stuff. That's Homer saying that. But what I'm saying is this, that even if that's the case, these guns are there. How do we go about the reality of the situation is the guns have hit our community. They've hit our streets. How there has to, I think you have to appeal to them. That's why when we had the conversation about the hood and neighborhood, you have to appeal that we had when we were trying to keep the streets clean and keep people to clean up their neighborhood. This is your hood. This is your hood. This is where you from.
Right.
Don't just throw garbage out here. Don't do this. Don't do that. And how do you get that same type of message? Like, this is your hood. This is your family. This is your little brother. This is your little cousin. This is his little brother, his little cousin that's going to pass away because you haven't put your gun away. So it's almost like you have to admit to the fact that these guns are there. And that's what I'm saying. Our society, our culture, our city has to face the facts. These guns is out there. We can act like they not, but they are. And if we know that they out there, then let's say if you have this gun, put it away. Do this. And then people are going to say, well, you're telling them it's okay to have a gun. No, I'm not telling them it's okay to have a gun. I'm saying we know they out there. Because there's shootings here, there's shootings there. People are getting killed here, people are getting killed there. Guns are out there. So if they out there, then let's teach them, put that gun up, lock it up, leave it in the car. If you're going into a house with some young folks, if you know this person got a little brother, or you got your own little brother, leave it, stash it in the garage, put it someplace where a young person, let's protect our youth. And I think that's something that we can all agree upon, is that the youth need to be protected. And if the youth can be protected and you can protect the youth, then that's something we should do.
You know, again, I believe that that mutated part, they don't give a damn about any of the things that you just said. And I know in a normal...
Everybody love their little sister. That's what I'm saying. You have to appeal to something that they can love. There's nobody on earth that hate their little brother.
Sugar honey iced tea.
When you little. Now, when you grow up and you become an adult.
No. Not just adults, though.
I'm just saying.
No. These criminal complaints that I get, no. These ain't just adults. That's what I'm saying. They are... And that's why I'm saying that, for me, that should absolutely be the normal. That should absolutely be the normal. This is my brother. This is my sister. But when I say the hatred starts much younger now, it's crazy and it's sad. It's disheartening. It's all of those things. But the games, it's been changed to whereas... You wouldn't think, and like I say, maybe it's because of the fact I get to see all of these different criminal complaints and hearing what they're saying when they're Mirandaized and all of that kind of stuff, man. And it's like, man, it is some people that don't give a damn, and they are not all 15 and over.
Listen.
And that's crazy, bro.
I hear what you're saying.
It's crazy. It's
everybody has something that they love. If you don't love anything, you're a clean psychopath, and you should be on the streets anyway. If you don't love, there's nothing in your life that you have a deep sense of care for. And usually, well, it's somebody's mama, it's their daddy, it's their siblings, it's something that they have. If there's nobody,
Machiavelli,
there's nobody that has nothing that they don't love. If you have nothing that you don't love, then you at that point are a clear psychopath, and you would have shown this, and you wouldn't be on our streets anyway. There's no way to exist. There's no way to exist biologically and physically. There's no way psychologically you can exist without loving something. And so what I'm saying is, if you have something that you love, we have as a community had to appeal to that and say, do you love this person? Do you love your... 9 times out of 10, somebody love their little brother.
Who did Machiavelli love?
I don't mean, you talking about Tupac or the real one?
I'm talking about Tupac as his Machiavelli. Me and my girlfriend.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you. It hurts me because I hate to have to say it, but it's the truth.
I don't believe that.
It's happening. It's showing damn near every day, though, bro.
Just because somebody makes a mistake and does something does not mean that they don't have that they're not a human being and they have nothing. Like the little boy that shot his mama over the video game.
Mm-hmm.
I know brothers that have talked to this young man inside the walls. And he doesn't, there's not a connection that he shot his mama, right? And he realizes it later on. But it's not that he doesn't love his mama. And he was in that moment, he lost his mind. You know what I'm saying? I think we have to.
That was an ongoing situation, though, Dame.
I think we have to appeal to people's sense of love for something. What do you love? And that's all a part of being closer to the community. We can't draw a line and be like, this is it. You over there, I'm over here. You mutated. I'm not mutated. This is what we're gonna do.
Well, again, I think that there has to be the same reason that some people have to go sit down. They had to go get put away. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. I see we do have a call. We'll come back to you after we take care of these bills. You're listening to the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey.
We'll be back to go to the Truth Talk text lines at 833-212-1017. Did we even put up a YouTube poll? And we apologize. We're working on that. We'll get it done. I think we can still put up. Bro, they watching. So we'll be
just
black.
See my pretty face.
That's when you're supposed to hit the buzzer. Okay. All right, Rhea. We're out of here. We're going to break.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers take on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits at the Fiserv Forum.
Jump pass to the corner right. Elam, 10 on the shot clock. Back out for Zech. Logo 3 for Zech. It's pure. It's pure. It's a 7-point lead. 65-58. I didn't think he was going to shoot that thing. I'm glad he did.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 3:30 on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 4 p.m.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Saving energy and money? It's easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%. And make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com. Again, that is WeEnergies.com.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome black. We're going to our Truth Talk text lines. We're talking about the shootings. We're talking about children and some of our teens getting a hold of these guns and deaths that are coming behind, some accidental, some intentional. Kay, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation this morning. What's your truth? Kay?
Oh, you don't. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how he has no clue that these folks ain't loving these folks. Like, they're doing this every day. They love, it's almost like, you know, what's that song that they sing, Love Don't Live Here? Like,
Love Don't Live Here anymore. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just, it's every day. It's right before our eyes. It's a lot of people that don't love nothing. It's here. Just like the Orange Man. He's here. So the only thing we can do now is just try to figure out how to clean it up. But it's here. We can't act like it don't exist. Because it's definitely here. Every time we turn on our TV. That's like the new TV show right now. So
how do you feel as it relates to some of the younger people that have these guns and are committing crimes, and then some of the accidental deaths that are happening? Do you believe that that they do care about their brothers or sisters or the community, or what's your truth on that?
They absolutely do not. No, they don't care. No, they don't. They don't. They're showing it. We don't have to. You would be a fool to think that they did care. Because if they cared, we wouldn't be in the state that we're in right now. They wouldn't be in the state that they're in right now. They're more hooked on being grown and doing what they want to do than staying in a child's place. That's not fun for them to stay in a child's place. What's fun for them is what they're doing. Robbing, stealing, killing, beating up folks. That's fun for them. And if you think that they need a hug and that's going to cure it all, we just need to be more understanding.
That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, let me interject right now. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying they need a hug. I'm saying that there's something that they love. I'm saying there's some way to appeal to people. What you're saying, and anybody that says like that, is that our community is just lost and is filled with psychopaths. I love black people too much. Let me finish. I let you talk. Let me finish. Let me finish. I let you talk. Now let me finish. I think we have to admit, and I am admitting, that there are people out here that are doing us harm. But I'm not going to say that our community, our whole generation of people have been lost because they are psychopaths. And that's essentially what you say when you're saying nobody.
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
I'm giving you the definition of saying if somebody doesn't. I'm not
saying all.
Let me talk. You gotta stop cutting me off. Okay. Let me talk. Now what I'm saying is,
but I have to interject when you're wrong.
Listen, I let you go. I let you go, and you talked, and you said a bunch of stuff, and now I'm responding.
Right, but don't misquote me.
Let me respond. What I'm saying is, if you're going to say that these kids don't have anything that they love, that's what I said. That was my point. You're going against that, saying that they don't love, they exist without love in their hearts. That is ridiculous, because at that point, you're saying that they're psychopaths. That is the clinical definition of somebody that is unable to love. They are a psychopath. So if we have psychopaths, our community is filled with psychopaths. I love the black community too much to say that our community is filled with psychopaths. I can't believe that. I hope you don't believe that. I hope my brother Homer doesn't truly believe that our community is just running rampant with psychopaths that can't be helped or can't be turned around at any point. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so we're gonna agree to disagree on the point that they're out here. Everything is not 100. Nothing is 100, but death and taxes. We can agree on that, right? So with that being said, we have to call a spade, and it's looking like we got a handful of spades. Now, what we do with that hand is up to us, but we're not going to sit here and turn a blind eye as if these things are not happening. I can't clinically diagnose anyone, but we can both agree that there is illness within these streets. It is death upon these streets. It's eerie here.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that we agree that it's there, but I'm saying the way that you reach these kids and the way that you stop them from at least having someone else get hurt by their own guns and things that they have is you appeal to something that they love. You appeal to something that they have an affinity for. And whether that be their mother, their father, their little brother, their little sister, you appeal to them. And it's been done in the past. It's been done in Baltimore and places like that. It's being done. You appeal to them and you make them understand how their actions affect someone else's. And if you can do that, then you can stop specifically the situation we're talking about here, where a young man was killed by a gun that a 16-year-old brought into a house and didn't put up properly. If we could have just told him, hey, put your guns up, start a whole ad campaign. If you go someplace, put your gun up, put it away, do something with it so that at least this life could be saved. The other lives where young men have lost lives. I had a friend when I was young that was paralyzed from a gun, and it wasn't nobody's gun, somebody older's gun in the same situation. So even in that situation, if we could just appeal to those that are doing wrong to say, look, put that gun up, do something with it, and save a life, maybe. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and my thing, Dame, where I heard you say that the whole community, no, and I never. And if you think about when I talk about these different subjects and these different kind of topics, I say it's a minority group. But I cannot turn a blind eye to that minority group that is creating situations that are affecting the majority, which normally it's a majority rules. But because of the behavior patterns, and that's why I say I ain't saying the whole community is mutated. I'm not saying everybody is mutated, but there is a degree of them, which is a minority degree, that is mutated. And they've been given love. They've been given a lot of the things that you are talking about. I'm blessed and happy to know that all of the brothers that you are working with, they get it. You get what I'm saying? But people got to want to get it. We got a lot of people, Dane, that don't even want to get it. And I'm talking about talking to people that have programs and organizations, and they're like, Blow. I'm talking to people who work in the correctional facilities, and they're like, Blow, I work with these juveniles. I work with some of the, even the adults, the Toys R Us adults. You get what I'm saying? And they like, I talk to a lot of these teachers, and they like, Blow, I didn't want to have to, give in to, but we got some trouble coming because they're starting so young. And that's all I'm saying. And I think that might be what she was saying. I don't think either one of us are talking about it's a majority and everybody in the city. So don't take it that way. And I always try to say, I never give finite. I always say some people, I can say a lot of people or this, that, and the other. But there is a population. It's a minority, in my opinion, but because of how they are, how they think, how they're treating life, it affects us in a majority sense to now where we got to try to say, hey, let's put up billboards or other messaging to say to you other brothers and sisters out here that are not far gone as some of these people are. What do you love? Who do you love? You get what I'm saying? What can help turn you around? I think that's more so. I know that's where I'm going, and I believe that might be where she was going, but I can't speak for her. Only she can speak for her. I do believe we have another call we're about to take before we end up taking care of some bills. Again, you're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. We are inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey.
And I believe that in a moment we'll be going to... All right, so we got Brian. Brian, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation, the dialogue. What's your truth?
Well, my truth is this. As someone that has to deal with young folks every now and then because of the type of industry I'm in, cars and what have you, I would say that this breed of children that you're talking about right now, I hate to say this.
Hang on, you breaking up. Say that again. We didn't catch what you were saying.
I said some of these kids are possessed, and I mean literally possessed by demons. They have that. If you find a child that has that 1,000-yard stare and that side-eye view looking at you, before he even addresses you, before he even sees you, before he even notices you. it's a feeling you get. There are some children out here now that are so evil. It's like children of the corn. They are evil to the core. And I'm that type of person that can pick up on vibes from people and frequencies. I just have that gift. And a lot of these kids out here now are just plain evil. And there is nothing. Like you said, there's something they may love. There is really nothing they love. Not even their little sister. Not even their mother. Definitely not their fathers. They're just some kids that have been so taken over by these cartoons, these video games, this society in general, the tough upbringing that they're coming through, that they're just plain, they're co-opted, man. They say liquor brings spirits into you. Well, something brought spirits into these kids when they were young, and it has not left. And they're real good at hiding. You're talking about the little 10-year-old that doesn't have any concept that he shot his mother?
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, there's a spirit in that child that knows he shot that mother. It's just that when you got the people, the gullible people coming in trying to save this kid, those demons hide. They are very good at hiding. I dealt with a female that was, for 20-some years, that was very good at hiding the way she actually was when she was around certain people, and the way she would put on a persona that she's a goody two-shoes to anybody that comes around her. These kids nowadays have perfected that. And I don't know how they got to that point, but I noticed that kids have started doing it just like this grown person I knew.
All right. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Dame, I will allow you to respond, and I'll also respond. We got to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. Truth Nation, our YouTube page, I've been saying it all morning that I appreciate y'all because, Dame, they are working with us through these video technical issues, man, and they still chiming in. They're still coming in. And hit that like and subscribe. We 5,000 plus. We going to 6 next. We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. the only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
It's a little bit on the slow side on 41 southbound from just before Appleton Avenue, stretching all the way down towards Capitol. The northbound side, we got backups from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh, a little bit more past Capitol Drive. Southbound 43, we've got backups from about Keefe all the way down past Locust, northbound from Fond du Lac up to North. And then westbound 94, we've got delays from about 27th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound's backing up a bit from just before 76th Street to Hawley. And then some more delays from the Marquette to about 2nd Street on 794 eastbound. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly cloudy, breezy, morning wind chills of 0 to 10 below with a high of 22. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 14. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth's Black Business Give Black Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. Between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, Kyle Wallace will be joined by Felicia, owner of Gimme Cake. We will discuss what inspired her to start a Southern-style cake made from scratch business and why she offers commercial kitchen space for other business owners to use. So again, tune into the Black Business Give Black Spotlight with Gimme Cake this Friday at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Truth Nation, welcome Black. Great morning. Dame, as we had Brian on and you were able to hear what he had to say, what's your truth or...
Well, you know, you're talking about, I have this, and I don't want to say nobody else doesn't love the kids, but Dame Ellzey love the babies. And I have this strong belief that no child is ever lost. Mm-hmm. I refuse to allow myself to say that. So that's the
I get it.
That's the difference in what we're doing here.
I get it.
Is that I work with kids. I love kids. I have a belief that I can help any kid. And with that as the backdrop, I know brothers like my brother Muhir, my brother Kwabena, all of these other brothers that go to these places and talk to people who have that same feel. And you got to have us. Because what we going to do then?
Right.
Because what you're essentially saying is, and I'm giving you the clinical definition of what you're saying, is that they're psychopaths. And so if they're psychopaths, what do we do with them then at that point? Do we just weed them out and put them in the prison and throw away the key?
Nope.
Somebody's got to help them. Somebody's got to be there to try to get them to the next side of their life, to the other side of the pain or whatever it is they're going through. And I'm not saying, y'all keep saying, oh, give him a hug, give him love. I ain't never saying that. I ain't never said that. I'm quick to say put his ass in jail. But while he in there, we gonna give him Muhib, we gonna give him Kwabena, we gonna give him somebody.
I talk about that part all the time.
But what I'm saying is, I refuse to say they are mutated. They are psychologically unfit. I believe that within our children, there is always something that we can attach ourselves to and we can pull them out of whatever darkness they're in. That's what I believe. And in this situation, what I'm talking about specifically about the gun control is, I go back to when we were talking about the hood. This is your hood, right? This is where you stay. Why you want your hood to look crazy? And why you want it to have garbage all over the place? Why do you want that, right? So let's get you to clean it up. And it worked. We had people out coming big clean days, doing stuff and doing whatever, right? I think we have to, as simple as that may sound, you have to appeal to something and say, look, and we have to admit the guns are there. As an authority, as a city, the guns are in there. We can talk about getting the guns off the streets at a later point. But right now, let's talk about gun safety and preventing another 10-year-old from getting killed in our community senselessly that doesn't have to die.
Yeah. And my thing is, when I talk about sitting them down, I've always talked about the fact that instead of being able to watch Love and Hip Hop, baddies, and all of that kind of stuff, that the screens are showing clinical people on there to deal with mental health. The same way that we say, okay, and when we're talking about clinical definitions, the same way that we would say, oh, well, this Morgan Geyser or whoever the hell is doing all of this craziness. Oh, yeah, they got to sit down. They got to get that. I'm not against giving them the things that can help mentally rehabilitate them as well as physically rehabilitate them. I've always talked about that part. I'm just saying that until these people, it's a lot of people though. It's a lot that's in this minority group that I'm speaking of, that they don't. And shout out to Kwabena and Muhib, but I've also seen some things that they've had to like damn, like, you get what I'm saying? So it's some disheartening things that are out there. Have they stopped doing the work? No. Have I stopped doing the work? No. So I think that part shows that I'm not this, they're gone and this, that, and the other. So I'm continuing to do the work. I know that I can't have over 3,000 something kids on my birthday party for the kids and say, oh, none of them can be saved. That would be ridiculous. I wouldn't even do the situation and the celebration anymore. Now, what I did take off of was when I used to, for the first, I want to say 17 years, it used to be Homer Blow's birthday party for the kids from 2 to 6 p.m. And then at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., it was for children 14 to 17, because it was, and I used to do that. But as the tides began to turn, the cruising, the beating up people on bus stops, so I never had it happen while I was doing my birthday party for the teens. But I saw the climate changing, and I didn't want that on my mental to say that I done it, and somebody got to say they beat the hell out of my daughter that was waiting on the bus, or they was outside waiting on me, and 12 kids jumped on them and all of that. I didn't want to have to live with that, but I seen the climate was changing. So it's like, you know what? I'd rather be proactive in this situation than reactive. And I think I saw the same thing happening at a lot of the Boys and Girls Clubs that used to do a lot of preteen and teen dances, and they ended up having trouble and problems. So they had to end up curbing, saying, I don't know if we can do this because we're going to be held liable. We're going to be held, like, you're not going to forgive me if your 12 or 14-year-old ended up getting beat up real bad or shot or killed. Yeah, they was at your thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that kind of, I don't want that. So if I can be proactive in a situation, I'm going to be proactive instead of having to be reactive, because there are some people, man, that you could have the greatest event. Like, I'm sure the shooting that happened last night that ended up injuring one and taking the life of another, there were people that were probably there that had a great time celebrating a birthday or whatever, divorce, whatever, people have all kind of parties. But that one thing right there, Mars, you know what I'm saying? It's for the majority of people.
But when you say things,
and that's why I said,
but when you say words like mutated,
yeah, for that generation that's doing that,
that just suggests that you've given up.
Yeah, for
that in a mutation.
Yeah,
in a mutation, what that means is that person has changed, or their physiology, their biology, whatever it is changed to the point that it is no longer something that we can handle.
Nope. It's like David Banner. I need you to think of it like David Banner. David Banner is always trying to get a formula so he doesn't have to turn into the Incredible Hulk.
That's not what you're saying.
That is when I say mutated. I said when they go to jail.
Now.
No, I've been saying it. I always said when they go to jail. No, go back and listen to a lot of the shows.
Okay.
I say when they get locked up, I say I ain't with just saying they just get locked up. I said it's counselors. All of the stuff that they talking about they don't got. I've always said that.
Well,
and anybody that listens.
I ain't heard you say it.
Yeah, I've said it. I say it all the time.
When you say mutated, you have to understand what you're suggesting and what the people that are listening, what they're hearing, is that you're saying that there are a section of our community, a section of our kids,
in my opinion,
that are mutated to the point where they have there's no help.
No, I didn't say it's no help. I never say it's no help.
Then you need to start adding, when you say mutated, they're mutated to a point where they can be helped.
No.
They can also be helped. When I hear mutated or when I hear things like that, I hear psychopath.
There are some that cannot be. There are some that are absolutely psychopaths.
I completely disagree with that.
I understand. We can agree to disagree.
When you say mutated, again, you're saying to me, and what I hear, and what I assume a large population of people out there hear is there's no help for them, and that's not at all what you're saying, right?
Right.
So
well,
then you
some of the callers. No. I do. I have, and so I don't think that there's any more definition that has to be made because I've always said that. I even say it's a minority group, and a minority group can be mutated. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. I understand. We'll agree to disagree. We got to get ready to take care of some bills, Truth Nation. The Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. YouTube, Facebook, I love y'all. Y'all hanging in there with us. We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Tune into the award-winning 101.7 The Truth's Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I'll be joined by Felicia, owner of Gimme Cake, where we will discuss what inspired her to start a Southern-style cake made from scratch business and why she offers commercial kitchen space for other business owners to use. So again, tune into the Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Gimme Cake this Friday at 3:57 p.m. right here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Ho, 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 my back.
Santa?
Ho, 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 Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Yes. Next year, how about just asking for a Pella gift card? My elves are used to designing windows from other places where they're all pretty much the same. But Pella? Ho, ho, ho. So many customizations and designs. My elves aren't qualified, so Santa has to put in some overtime. Ho,
Let me make a call. BRB.
Frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
Yeah, I know. Santa already lectured me. Ask for a Pella gift card.
What if you need new windows or doors, but you're on the naughty list?
Then this will definitely help. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months.
Ho, ho, ho! Visit the Pella site, and to all a good night.
PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/2025.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/giftcards.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
One call,
That's all.
Truth Nation, now is your chance to be our one call. That's all Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be caller number 7 right now. Caller number 7 at 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017, and you will be entered to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that is caller number 7 at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com for official contest rules. Visit 1017thetruth.com. We're black.
Yeah.
Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. And Dame Rhea, again, man, our YouTube, man, I mean, talking about holding it down while they're not able to get the visual. And, you know, Venus Jones giving you the handsome compliment, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, Venus. You know what I'm saying? Man, that shows that we are giving them some substance and some information that it's like whether they can see us or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's, as Tory Lowe would say, that's powerful.
Powerful. It makes me feel better on this Monday.
Yeah.
On this freezing Monday to know that we still got, you know, people that are logged in and checking us out on YouTube. Can't
Even
see
though
our
they
face.
Can't see us on YouTube.
They just want to hear our voice.
That's it. But
and they miss our handsome faces. Buy me something for Christmas.
That was a good one. That was way to put that in there. You know, one hint. That's all.
Look at all.
One hint. That's all. So we're gonna find out who our one.
Did you give them the caller number?
Well, they coming in. And so we'll find out who our lucky qualifier is in a moment. So, but yeah, them calls the line been blowing up. They've been blowing up. You know, one of the things that I've always felt was frustrating for people before getting into radio like 34 years ago in counting is when they say a certain call number. So if we say 7, right? And you call it number 6 and you're like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's because you know calling number 7 is already flickering. You're like, you know, okay, make me be calling number 3. Okay. Now when I call Black,
you know, I'm
calling number 7.
I called in one time. I was working out at Pepsi in dispatch, and I called in one place to win some tickets to do something.
Right.
And I was calling number 6, or say it was 5, or caller number, whatever it was. I was a caller right before. You calling number 4? Call back? No, I ain't calling back.
Denise, congratulations. You are our one call. That's all. $5,000 entry. You have been entered into the drawing, Denise. So congratulations for getting that far. Denise is our one call. That's all. Gruber Law Offices. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got a chance, you know?
And I was on the phone when the last guy won his $5,000, and they played a commercial, and Bailey was overly excited, but she was super excited. And it was exciting to see that person win that $5,000, because that's $5,000.
Right.
Change somebody's life. In that moment. And he said, I'm going to pay rent for a couple months.
There you go.
So for a couple months, he's got an extra money. We don't have to worry about rent.
That's right.
You know, you could do a lot of things with it. But for that couple of months, I'm not worried about rent.
I hope he did go and pay the rent.
I hope
Sometimes
he paid
you
the
get
rent.
it.
Sometimes you
and
say
be like,
that.
yeah, it's like, damn.
You know.
Now I can think of all this. And then not to mention, bruh, the people, the family and friends, right? Mm-hmm. The family and friends be
They
like,
I heard
you won that. What about my?
Well, baby, you know Granny need a, you know it'd be funny when old people get old and they turn into old people. And but they act like they were never young, and like we don't remember them when they were young.
Right.
Now they holier than now, and oh, Granny's tired. Granny, you used to be in the clubs like me. What is you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they raised the grandkids without the iron fists that we were raised under.
Listen, a lot of times, grandmama was probably worse.
Right.
If you knew grandma's history.
That's all I'm saying.
She was probably worse than what you're thinking you are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was just saying that's one of my pet peeves is old people that want to act like, the gray lady, gray hair lady, and this, that, and the other. And then you find out, you see them on the wall on the club of an old club. That actually happened. I was doing an inspection at, what is the club on Fond du Lac? It used to be it was not on Fond du Lac. It was on Fond du Lac next to the Save-A-Lot.
That could have been Club Sensation. It could have been Shade 21. It could have been Black on the Block. It could have been let's see, what was it?
It was closed down. But it used to be it was right
used to be
next
Club
to
Sensation.
It was right next to
the Friendship Club, right?
No, on the other side.
Oh, you're talking about Flippers, the teen club.
No, not Flippers. It was an old lady that used to own
the Satin Down.
The Satin Down.
Yeah, the Satin Down. They just tore it down.
The Satin Down. Let me tell y'all something.
That club had history.
Brother, one time I did an inspection at the Satin Down.
Mm-hmm.
This old lady comes through there. She's like, she's trying to mock
Yeah, that's it.
me.
That's what it was.
She's trying to Marcus me. And she's like, oh, how you doing, Inspector Ellzey? Let me show you around, Inspector Ellzey. She's a wonderful lady. And I'm not, and I don't know if she's passed or not, but I'm not going to, I don't want her family
If it was Satin Down,
it was her. I don't want her family coming up here talking crazy. I loved me some Satin Down. But y'all know who she was.
That's right.
And so she's showing me pictures of, like, this is when Al Capone came, and this is when Lucky Luciano came.
Oh, yeah.
And they used to come to her club.
Yes, sir.
And they loved them some Satin. But then I look at her and I'm like, that was you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you could have got it, Satin, when you was young. Yes, I was something else. And so I say that to say, a lot of times these old people, when they get old, they get, but when they was young, they was in these streets just as much or just as bad as a lot of us. Shout out to the Satin Down. That was an historical building that probably should have been saved.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be.
It should have been saved. And when because she
should have been renovated the whole nine.
Hopefully the family got all of those pictures.
I'm sure they
know what I'm talking about. It was like a basement part. They got all of those pictures and stuff out of there because she used to be like, Al Capone and Lucky Luciano. And she would name all of the people. And then she would show her in the pictures with them.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know how we got to talk about that.
I don't know.
But it's cool.
Yeah. But
We're talking about black history in Milwaukee.
Absolutely. But Satin Down. Yeah, she was that woman. She was that woman. Cross her if you want to.
That's all I'm saying. She looked like she didn't take no mess.
She didn't.
To survive in that era, you had to not take no mess.
That's that part. That part. But we also talking about when communities were, more community orientated. Neighbors were neighborly.
One day we should do a show. This is just a suggestion for the people, where we just talk about little known black history facts for Milwaukee that people just don't know.
Right.
Like how many people have driven past the Satin Dial and didn't know that it was historic, that this woman, even though it was a after-hour spot, it was a go-to spot for all of the famous mobsters. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like Malcolm X used to live here. How many people don't know that? And stuff that we think is common knowledge.
Yeah, for us, because we know the history of a lot of it. That's just like the Little Apple. You know what I'm saying? Before it was the Little Apple, it was called the Turning Point. And the Turning Point is where all these different artists would come. Tyrone Davis and all of these different artists would come there. Barry's World was like, let's see, I'm trying to think what would be comparable to Barry's World now. But it was that bar right there, which now it's new apartments by where Leon L. Williams' funeral home is. But in between that block to North Avenue, there was a bar called Barry's World. And the Little Miltons and all of these people would be at that club. All of the
That's some old legendary stuff, right?
Yeah,
so that's what we should do a segment where we just do that and people call in and give little,
do you remember when?
Little known facts that they may have picked up.
Right.
And we could have Reggie or somebody that or Brother Claiborne Benson, those that know some of those.
But Claiborne, he knows.
That's what I'm saying. And they can just, because my daughter worked for Claiborne and I did a project and I went and interviewed Claiborne and he was dropping some stuff on me. And so I know.
Oh, yeah, the history is right there.
And so We could just that would just be interesting to know, so people know the history of Black Milwaukee.
Even the bridge right down there on Fond du Lac, where the intersection goes, where you would get on the freeway, and the slavery and the man breaking from the chain, like that was some Milwaukee, Wisconsin stuff right here.
So people need to know that. There's just because a lot of how many people drive past that.
Yeah, they don't understand.
I think his last name was Turner.
Yeah,
they don't know who he was.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So we ended on a good note today.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That part.
It ain't all negative. Sometimes it's positive.
Shout out to Capco, Kids to Kids Toy Drive. I was able to go out there. And, of course, the day before the toy drive, I was able to go out and support our Good Karma brand family. 620 WTMJ was out there. Our very own, the Tori Lowe Show was out there, and I went and sat in with Tori Lowe. And it was a great look. It was a great look. So, Dame, anything else?
I don't know. We talked about a lot today. Shout out to Rhea. Welcome back. Shout out to my brother Homer Vlows. Shout out to Bailey, who I know listening, being here tomorrow with me. Because you're not here tomorrow, right?
No, I got to do an event at the Washington Park Seasoned Citizen Center, the Senior Center. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come through. It's for older adult citizens to come out and get a lot of powerful information. It's like a opioid and summit type situation.
That's dope.
So I'll be there representing the Troop Nation.
There you go. See y'all tomorrow. Shout out to Bailey. Shout out to Rhea.
Love y'all. Holla Black.